The second round quiz. Veronica. Lomax. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I could be better. Just I'm still battling with flu. Okay. How about you guys? Okay. How about you? How are you guys doing so far? Okay. So silence means that you're doing good. Okay, that's excellent. So sorry I'm late. I was having difficulty connecting. So but I'm in now. We are supposed to have this class in the campus, but since Sunday I've been having a flu, and I don't want to infect anybody with flu. So that's why I decided to do it as a remote class. I will begin by taking you to what you have this week. So let me take you to the class. I think I opened too many pages here. Open too many pages. So let me close some of these pages so we can have enough space. There's other ones. Yeah, I should close all of them. So I have more room. Then this one, I gotta close it. Yep, so we have a lot of room. So I close this one too. I don't even know when I open all these pages. Yeah. Where are the rests? Unbelievable. And then I have two more, about three more that I need to close. Yeah. One more. All right, it's closed. So here are the things we need that we will be doing this week. I posted an announcement. The announcement, I explained the assignment that I do this week and the readings. For the readings, just the chapter 6 readings. Then test 6 is the assignment. So today will have been the day we present your research paper in the classroom. But then we will have to do it next week, not today anymore. Yeah. But you can go ahead and prepare the PowerPoint presentation and upload it. But on next Thursday, you will present it in the classroom. Now, research paper, I have graded them this week, but because I was not feeling good, I couldn't do any work. I couldn't do much work. So I will try and have them graded before the Thursday next week so that you can then present it. And of course, you know that you can get access to all this by going through the models. Models on the left navigation menu, and you can go scroll all the way down to week 6. Sorry, this is week 6 right here, which is he's Ferdinand. I've heard of this before. Okay, which is culture and diversity. So, and this is where you submit the presentation here. The presentation we'll be using tonight is right here. And then the test 6 is right there. So let us begin. We're looking at culture and diversity in this lecture. So we all know about culture. Culture is basically the simplest way to explain culture is that it is a way of life of a group of people. When it comes to corporate culture, it means the shared values, attitudes, standards, and beliefs that characterize members of an organization, or that is expected of members of an organization, and then define their nature. So what does this mean? It means that the culture of an organization is that organization's personality, because it influences everything in that organization, everything, starting from how the employees interact with one another to how the company interacts with its customers and the public. So the culture of the organization matters a lot. In general, culture of any group or anybody matters because it affects everything they do. Because basically, it is their way of life. So now, there's a few things we need to know about organizational culture. Before we continue, I will have to mention that we'll be closing early today because, like I said, I'm still not feeling well. Hopefully, I will get over this thing by this weekend. So by we're supposed to end this class at 8 o'clock, but I between by around 6:45, we should be done. Okay. Excuse me. So there's a few things we need to know about this culture, organizational culture. Now, the first one is that organizational culture can be intentionally created by the leaders, or it can develop over time, organically. So it's a situation whereby it is the leader that created the organizational culture. Then in that case, the culture can be this antagonistic or even disjointed, depending on the temperament of the leader. So if this is the case, that can lead to a number of problems, including things like conflict, low morale, and decreased productivity in general. So the second thing that's much like every other things with, like the DNA or your fingerprint, anything about our way of life. So the organizational culture is like the fingerprint of that organization. It says what the organization is. So it is the DNA of that organization. Why? For the simple reason that the kind of culture the organization exhibits, the kind of culture they manifest, affect what can be called their modus operandi. That is the way they operate. It shapes how the members of that organization interact with each other. Especially when it comes to making decisions too, as well. Even the way they approach work at that place, the culture of the organization, influences that. That's why sometimes when you get a job in one company, you feel that this company, you feel out of place. Maybe the company is their culture is a culture that are not so open to new members at the beginning. You feel out of place. then gradually you see yourself doing the same thing they are doing. After, I mean, if you are strong enough to stay for longer time, yeah. So the culture, excuse me, is an integral part of that organization DNA. Everything they do reflects that culture. How they interact with their members, how they make decisions, how they approach work, even their interaction with customers sometimes be influenced by the culture. Now, usually, if it's the culture that is not that is antagonistic to their customers, the organization might not start to notice the effect immediately. But as time goes on, they notice that the number of customers they have is dwindling. So in that case, by that time, usually by the time they notice that kind of thing happening in the company, it's already late. That means a lot of bad things have already happened. So that's why it's very, very important for the organization to have a culture that is progressive, that it may help the company to, keep making a positive gains in everywhere, whether it is in customer acquisition, whether it is in buying new company, whether it is the kind of relationship between employees or the interaction among members of the organization or the kind of decision they make. So the third thing we need to know is that organizational culture is also very important because it can have a significant effect on the success of the organization. I have never seen one single organization that exists to be a failure. The goal of every organization is to be a failure. But sometimes organizations might have that kind of goal, but everything they do is against that success. So our organization might have, their goal is to maintain a consistent growth. But because of the kind of culture they have, the way they operate might be going against that goal. Anyway, the bottom line is that the company's culture can impact on their success, which means that a strong, positive culture can attract and retain top talents. A strong, positive culture can boost morale. A strong, positive culture can improve productivity. See? So, also, a strong, positive organizational culture can help to create a sense of community among the members of that organization. A strong, positive organizational culture can also help in creating a sense of belongingness among the employees. Now, all these things translate into what we always refer at better teamwork and collaboration. The good news is that when this thing happens, who gains? The customers gains. Now, who else that gains? The organization itself. Because when you make the customer happy, they will open their wallet for you. And not only that, they will bring even more customers. It is like it has a network effect. Excuse me, network effect. So that is one of these three things are the things that make the organization culture to be an important concept. Every organization have a culture, whether they like it or not, whether they say it or not. But those that always try to improve the way they do things, because culture simply means the way they do things there, in the organization. Always try. So those are those organizations whereby the management is doing all the taking the necessary steps to improve the organization's culture. They gain in the end through returning by way of retaining top talents, having employees with high morale, and of course improved productivity and sales. Now, at this point, I think we can take a look at a short a clip about organizational culture. A short clip. Excuse me. Let's see what the video says about organizational culture. Maybe we can watch it maybe for 3 or 4 minutes, so you can get a more information on what comes.
Gift drop by nuts.com, a new way to get fresh, delicious snacks with confidence. Whether you're sending one.
Okay.
I was in Brussels.
Can you hear the video? Can you see this? Can you see the clip?
Yes.
And you can hear the sound as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was sitting on La Grande Place, which is a beautiful square in the center of town. Suddenly, a man came and sat next to me and started talking to me. So I turned to him and I answered. Then I turned back and I asked myself, why is he talking to me? Suddenly I realized, Julian, you're becoming Norwegian. So I turned to the man and I said, sorry, I live in a country where people don't speak to each other. The thing is in Norway is not that people don't speak to each other, is that socialization takes part in a much more framed and organized manner. I was not expecting this man as a stranger to come and talk to me. However, this is surprising, because I come from the French-speaking part of Canada, where that type of behavior is totally normal. However, my mental programming has changed. My brain has been rewired, because during the last 5 years, I've lived in a tiny little country in the north of Europe, which is called Norway. When you move to a different country, there's 3 ways that you can relate to the culture. You can confront, complain, or conform. When you confront, you believe that your behaviors are the right behaviors. When you complain, what happens is that you will isolate yourself into social bubbles of foreigners living in segregation with the society. When you adapt your way to behave, when you conform to the whole society, then you can truly benefit from diversity. But that implies that you are observing, learning, understanding the behaviors of others, and adapting your own so that it fits with the behaviors of the society you're in. I was in the northeast of Spain, in a beautiful region of Catalonia. And I was there with a very good friend of mine. He is 2 meters tall, blonde hair, and blue eyes. And we were visiting the beautiful region where they're making the cava, the Spanish sparkling wine. And after the guided tour, we asked some more questions to the very charming guide that was there. And she was explaining us with passion about what she was doing. And then suddenly she stopped. She took a step aside. She took my friend, and she shook him. And then she looked at me and said, why is he not interested into what I'm saying? Because she was not getting the emotional feedback she was used to. She was seeing his emotional feedback through her own cultural glasses. Meaning that she was interpreting the fact that he had a neutral face on what it would mean if someone from her culture would have that face. And that would mean that the person was not interested or didn't want to be there. And we all see the world through cultural glasses. The lens through which your brain sees the world shapes your reality. If you can change the lens, not only can you change the way your brain perceives behaviors, but you can change the way people relate to cultural differences. Embedded within that statement is the key to benefiting from diversity. 3 years ago, I was sitting on the board of directors of one major university in Northern Europe. And I was representing 2,000 academic staff, and I wanted to become a better leader. So I've looked around the whole university for a leadership class that would be suited to my position. And I found one, and I was thrilled. Because not only would I learn about leadership, but because I would also learn about how women lead. Because the class was called Leadership for Women. And so as naive as I was, I've registered for the class. The next morning, the gender equality advisor of the university calls me and says, Julian, this is Leadership for Women. You're a man. You cannot attend. It was the first time in my life that I was denied education based on my gender. This is my cultural perspective about what happened there. However, why is the university doing this? Because the government had been putting in place a scheme that allowed university to take candidates in full academic position before someone that has higher academic training if the candidates can document leadership training. By offering leadership training only to women, the university was fast-forwarding the track of women into full professorship position at a place where less than 20% of women had professorship. I call this equality of result. Not equality of opportunity, equality of results. I did not have the same opportunity to flourish to my full potential, but the result is that we have a balance in society. We enforce diversity. And there's good reason to do this. Studies shows that boards composed of both genders will perform 15% better than boards that are composed of mainly one gender. But studies also show that boards that are composed of different culture will perform 35% better than boards that are composed of only one culture.
This one is talking about culture in general and how it affects behavior. And this can be, is the same thing occurs in business or in organization as well. For example, you see that he was using a university, a board in a university as an example. Let me mark this student's name. I don't see her name here. Tosin. Yes. I don't see the name here. Anyway, so it can happen in organization too, where culture affects the way they do things. So when you get a chance, finish watching it. Like I said, I have this here for you. This presentation here for you. It's MGM 222 lecture 6. So you can, the link to this video is there. So I recommend that you watch them when you get a chance. Now, who is this? Who has this name? Tosin Eshechie. Can you hear me? Tosin Eshechie.
Yes, sir. Justina, sir. Justina.
Is that you? Is that your real name?
No, same name. It's just that's my Facebook name. I have my
middle
name. My name is Justina. So I have my middle name as Tosin.
What's your last name?
So, my last name is Ajayi.
Ajayi, okay.
Yes, sir.
Justin Ajayi, okay. I'm gonna check it. Okay, here.
Yes,
All right. Okay. So let us go back to our presentation. We have so what do corporate culture looks like? Well, to answer this,
wait, sorry, were you doing attendance?
Yeah, of course. I've already marked some of them. What do you ask?
Cause I didn't hear my name.
I didn't call it. I was looking at your name. Anybody that logs in, I just check the name. What's her name?
Oh, okay. Tanisha.
Tanisha, who again?
Taylor.
Yeah, I checked your name already.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. So to answer the question of what do corporate culture looks like, to answer that question, we'll take a look at four corporate cultures in four organizations. The first one is Google. Well, they call it Alphabet now. It used to be called Google. So what they have there is a culture of innovation. Google encourages the founders, of course, the founder, you know about Larry Page and Sergey Brin. They encourages their employees to try new things, to take risks. And then in the company, there is a strong emphasis on collaboration and teamwork. Not only that, the company offers a number of perks and benefits to its employees, things such as like free food, on-site, dry cleaning, massage therapy, and so on and so forth. But the main thing that they encourage them to take risk and to try new things. The engineers, we are highly motivated because of that. So now, in this kind of culture, it is not, it is only natural that the employees will be highly motivated to create, develop new things. If you have a question, please ask. I don't respond to chat in the chat room. If you have a question, you can always ask here in the classroom, okay? Now, so with this kind of working environment, anybody that works in Google or had experience working in Google, you can see that the employees, how they feel about a company. If you have interacted with a Google employee, you see that the level of job satisfaction is really significant there. So the kind of atmosphere that Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the kind of atmosphere that they put in place there, help to create a positive and supportive work environment. And what is the outcome? Well, we all know the outcome. Google will keep on bringing out new things. There's this the other day, this Google Earth or Google Map that will show you where a place is located. In fact, you see it will look as if you are there. You can trace even sometimes some cities in my country. You can see it, put the name and address. Google Map will show you where it is located. How about YouTube? That now everybody goes to YouTube now for information. There are videos, there are lectures. The video that they just played was made in YouTube. Who owns YouTube? Is Google. Then we have the other outcomes from that. The freedom to experiment has really made Google employees to go through or develop groundbreaking products. We have Gmail, we have Google Map, we have YouTube, we have all kinds of stuff. Now we have Google AI now. So many things they are developed. Matter of fact, let me show you how big the company is in terms of the products that the employees have built or developed over time. Okay, see Google, I think it's the Alphabet company. I think it's G00G, right? Let's see. That should be the Google, I believe. Sometimes a computer can be a little bit slow. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. See, this is Google. G 00G. I see. I was right. Alphabet Incorporated. I can show you a list of their products. I don't know why sometimes the computer is can be a little slower than it normally is, but it will bring it up. Yep, that's it right there. So if you look at the company's profile, to show us what they make. Okay. See, I'm coming. It is just slow for some reason. Nice, moving. Here, this is the profile. See, description. Make sure you're seeing this. You can see Alphabet offers various products and platforms in United States, Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Asia, Canada, and Latin America. They operate through Google services, Google Cloud, and others. So the Google Services segment provide products and services including ADS, Android operating system, Chrome, hardware, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Maps, Google Photos, Google Play, search engine, and YouTube. It is also involved in the sale of apps and in-app purchases and data. So you can see a lot of things they make now. Because of what? Because of the kind of corporate culture that Larry Page and Sergey Brin, put in place in the company. Now look at another company here, Southwest Airlines. If you look at all those companies that have big names, that are doing well, excuse me, the corporate culture there is really unique. But those that have bad corporate culture, we may not even hear of those companies at all, because the kind of corporate culture they have will not allow them to come to the limelight for us to see. You see, so we may not even hear of those companies that have bad or antagonistic corporate culture in the news, unless there's a scandal that came up, then people start digging, and then start, revealing things that will be astonishing. Excuse me. Now, Southwest Airlines has a culture of fun and efficiency. Fun and efficiency, that's their corporate culture. Well, not that they are all having drinking and dancing. No. What they do is that the company, the management, encourage a culture, encourage in the employees to be themselves at work while working. So a culture of humor, informality, a focus on employee well-being, having fun at work, not drinking alcohol, no, but do work just like somebody who waits to while he works or she works. So you make it the work environment to be less tense. So at Southwest Airlines, employees are encouraged to be themselves and to have fun at work. So at Southwest Airlines, there is a strong commitment to customer service. So now all this is we can see them in the way that the employees of Southwest Airlines interact with customers, the way they interact with customers, excuse me, both on the ground and in the air. I mean, you guys can, know what I'm talking about, because I'm sure that all of us here have traveled with the plane or, with a different airline, I must have heard what other people are saying about the call, the way they were treated in some airlines. I haven't seen much complaints about Southwest Airlines. I mean, of course, they're not. It doesn't mean that they are perfect organization, but I hear a lot of good news about them, and that cannot be for nothing, because those good news can be good be on review. Let's see. Let us see. Take a quick look at this. Maybe we can get more information there. But you know that sometimes there are gonna be some customers that may not be satisfied. But only that you cannot always please everybody. Let us see if there's some reviews we can go through. Say Southwest Airline. Let's see Google. Let's go to Google and say Southwest Airline. Okay, reviews. Okay. I must warn you, you might see good one and bad ones here too. Excuse me. You can see you see they have the almost all the ranks. See 4.5 overview. And these are legroom, seat comfort, in-flight entertainment, on-board experience, customer service is almost 5/5. Value of money, cleanliness, and so on. Well, cleanliness, check-in and boarding, food and beverage, it is the employee that those who are motivated that can make sure that all this looks good like that. So that you see for yourself. I didn't do it. I didn't put it together. It's what the customers are saying. So look, excellent. See, excellent review they have. Because people that say they have excellent and more. Very good. Then some say that they are terrible, but only a small number of people that say that. See. So you can see for yourself. Now let us go back to what is the result of this good culture of fun and efficiency. Well, the Southwest Airlines culture not only makes the workplace enjoyable, but also translates into excellent customer service. Now, their culture also prioritize efficiency with quick turnarounds between flight and a no-free approach to keeping costs low. Now, I've shown you the review, and you can see that the customers are really happy with the company, which means that this culture of fun and efficiency that Southwest Airlines has actually contributed to their success in the airline industry, which is really, as you know, it's a competitive industry. I have a few major operators, but they are always competing with each other. Excuse me. All right, next is the next company we'll be looking into is the Zappo. Their own is a culture of customer service. So it's, as you know, Zappo is an online retailer for shoes and clothes, and they are popular because of their one of the reasons why they are popular is the good customer service. I have a clip about it. This clip might explain more about their culture, their corporate culture. Let's see what this clip says. Okay.
Tonight on Nightline, one
You can hear the sound, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
giant step.
Yeah.
The economy may be struggling, but from strappy sandals to sexy stilettos, from cross trainers to Crocs, this shoe store is revolutionizing how business gets done.
From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Martin Bashir, and Cynthia McFadden in New York City, this is Nightline.
If you're looking for a certain pair of shoes, there's a warehouse in Kentucky that probably has them. They've got 1,000 brands in just about every style, size, and color. 4 million pairs of shoes. 24 hours a day, they're boxing them up and shipping them out to shoe shoppers sitting in the comfort of home.
Good morning and thank you for calling Zappos.com, where Elvis was once spotted in our warehouse looking for a pair of blue suede shoes.
This is Zappos.com, and what Amazon did for books, Zappos is doing for shoes. They're trying to revolutionize how business is done and how people work. The name is an adaptation of the Spanish word for shoe. And this year, 9 years after going into business, Zappos is on track to sell $1 billion worth of shoes.
You will have these shoes on Monday with our free upgrade.
And they're having a party doing it. One night, it was a toga party. Work hard, play hard.
Are you guys ready to have a good time?
Tour the Zappos offices, and there's a cheerfulness you won't find in the dour offices of corporate America.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming.
Every department has its own way of greeting visitors. Zappos is headquartered in Las Vegas, where they do have office carols like almost any other corporation. But right there in the middle, we may have missed him. There he is, Tony Hsieh, the emperor of shoes, with no more office space than Dilbert.
One of the things that's really important for us, actually probably the most important focus for Zappos, is to make sure we have the absolute best company culture. And part of our culture is just having a family-like atmosphere.
And at times it looks like one of those internet startups that disappeared when the bubble burst.
Go!
Here's the entire finance department racing Pinewood Derby cars in the office. But unlike those failed startups, last year Zappos made a 5% profit. Not bad.
And in multiples, how many times more than a call center worker do you make?
I don't have a calculator, but my salary is $36,000 a year. So I think some of them make more than me.
Some of the people in the call center make more?
Yeah.
Of course, he can afford it.
Before we continue, this salary, he says, this is an old video, actually. That's $36,000 a year is a big money in that time, because this is a 15-year-old video. But in any case, it tells us how Zappos actually became big. And after that, we will look at the reviews for Zappos, see if they're still good, if they still maintain good outcome up to today in terms of sales and customer service and profitability. So let's see.
A few years out of college, Hsieh sold an internet company to Microsoft for $265 million. But you wouldn't know it.
How many pairs of shoes do you have?
I probably have about 10 pairs right now, but prior to Zappos, I used to have one pair that I would wear for 2 years until it had holes in it and then buy the same pair again.
So you're not that into shoes?
I'm not that into shoes.
What he's into is building a company where people love to work and customers like doing business.
We just want to be about the very best customer service and the very best customer experience.
Selling shoes over the internet would seem difficult. People want to try them on, see the size and color. Zappos overcame that with free shipping, both ways. Order as many shoes as you like. You have a year, 365 days to return what you don't want.
Okay, and then once we get it back in, it can take 48 hours to process back in, but we'll refund you for the $41.
And if they treat the customers well, they do pretty well by the employees, too. Free food is always available in the cafeteria.
So even the snacks are free. We go E5.
There we go.
Almond Joy.
But that's nothing. The company also pays 100% of medical and dental benefits.
Why in this world is it such a revolutionary idea to treat your employees and your customers well?
Yeah, I think just because you don't really see the payoff right away. You see the payoff, you know, a year, 2 years, sometimes 3 years down the line.
It's a great day here at Zappos. This is Stephanie. How can I help you?
At the heart of the Zappos revolution is the call center, where actual human beings answer the phone.
Hi, Patty. How are you doing?
A lot of companies have learned that they can be rude to their customers, they can give them bad service, they can even not answer the telephone, and people still have to do business with them.
Right, and right today, that's because they don't really have a choice.
How can I help you today?
95% of Zappos's business comes over the internet, but they spend a lot of time and money training people to talk to customers on the phone. There's a 4-week training course that every single employee, from the executives on down, are required to take, even if their jobs don't usually require talking with customers.
Well, I'll be happy to help you out with that. Do you know your order number? Oh, yes. You don't know your order number. Okay, no problem. Do you have a phone number that would be on your account?
Sari Levine already works in the design department, but she was a member of the latest call center class. And just before they were hired...
All right, guys, when you have the time, like I said, this is an old video, but it tells you how the culture, the kind of culture they have made them very popular and also to grow faster. Now, let us see if how Zappos is faring today. So I'm gonna say Google Zappos, right? I think that's how you spell Zappos. Yeah, Zappos. Let me see. Yeah. Zappos reviews. Let's see. I want to add review. See, consumer affairs. See, now we'll have not very good reviews this time around, but we have 55% of people give them 5 stars. 17% give them 4 stars. Then some people, there's always, like I said, there's gonna be always people who are not satisfied. But the overall review here doesn't look that good. But let's see. There are so many complaints. Okay. Some give them 5 stars, but see if the person say is our awesome company. Okay. Now let us see. Probably this is consumer affairs. Let's see another review. Reddit. They have review. Okay, customer review guideline. Okay. Let's see if there's another review for them. Okay, this is customer service. Let's see. So I then see the overall review. Okay, in that case, let me check another place. It doesn't show anything on the scoreboard. Overall review. Okay. Oh, Glassdoor. Okay, so let's see at the Glassdoor. What Glassdoor says. Oh, this is the latest one. Okay, this latest one. Europe is good. Europe is. Let's see what Europe says. Yep, gave it 3.3. Okay. Well, at least the company still exists. You get 3.3 out of 5. Now, we can check. It should be if it's a publicly traded company. See, Zappos. Let's see if it is traded in the stock market. If it is, at least you can see okay, it's a private company, so we can see, you can get much information on the stock market. Anyway, they have good reviews back then. The reviews now is not as good as it was then, but at least the first review they have help to push the company, make it. I didn't know about Zappos before until I saw some of these reviews. Now, next one is let's look at the next thing, which is the have the next company, the IBM. IBM organizational culture is based on 4 values, 4 core values. We have the first one is think. It encourages its employees to be innovative and to think outside the box. The second one is client centricity, which means that the employees are encouraged to provide their clients with the best possible service and solutions. This one is the excuse me, trust and personal responsibility, whereby the company's management encourage their employees to make the right decision and to take responsibility for their work. And then collaboration, very, very important for a company in their industry. So IBM naturally value collaborations, and their employees are encouraged to collaborate. So this kind of culture that they have enable the company to be, to become very competitive. But IBM, there was a time they lost out to Apple and HP. There's one mistake they made when the PC market was growing. IBM was one of the companies that developed the personal computer. They call it in those days. They call it PC those days. And then and that was the era of PC revolution. But IBM was making so much money from mainframe computers that the management thought that, that if they develop the PC now, it will cannibalize the money, the sales from mainframe. What does that mean? That if I'm making money from this this is my mainframe and this is PC, I'm making a lot of money from mainframe. So I'm afraid that if I develop this PC now, people will stop buying mainframe and move to PC. So what they did, they said, okay, their PC will be a future product, a future project. So that by that time they have made all the money they're supposed to make from mainframe computers. But that decision alone caused IBM to lose the PC market and open the door for Apple, HP, Compaq, and other producers. In fact, IBM never recovered from that. Today, IBM is not a hardware, a computer. Really, they don't really make computers anymore. They're more into cyber security and software. But they existed. Many companies that lose that kind of market did not survive it. But they survive it and they emerge even as strong companies. They're still strong in the area that they specialize today. So IBM culture is also known for its emphasis on diversity and inclusion. So it is not an exaggeration to say that the company is committed to creating a workplace where everyone feels welcome and valued. Now, the company, the outcome of it, of course, one is that IBM Watson AI platform is one of the most advanced AIs platform in the world. Now, how was it developed? Well, a team of IBM scientists and engineers who were encouraged to think outside the box developed the IBM Watson's AI that is now the most advanced in the world. Then it is also a leader in the development of cloud computing solutions. When I say cloud computing solution, I mean that those set of technology, those set of technology services and resources that are delivered over the internet from a remote data center. So such solution help organizations and individuals to access and use computing power or even storage, applications, and other IT resources on a pay-as-go basis. So that means that they don't even need to own or manage a physical infrastructure that will permit them to own those or use those solutions. Now IBM also has a number of employees resource groups that support diversity and inclusion in the workplace. So such ERGs they are very, very important in the sense that the ERG-led groups provide support and networking opportunities for all the employees of the company that's from different backgrounds. At this point, we're going to take a quick look at corporate culture and competitive advantage. Now, a strong corporate culture is very, very important because it can help the company to attract and retain top talents. A strong corporate culture also can help the company to boost morale. A strong corporate culture can equally help the company to improve productivity. So all these 20 things I mentioned now are the key ingredients when it comes to attaining competitive advantage in the industry. So it is very normal to say that, to infer that a strong corporate culture can help an organization to attain competitive advantage in the industry. Not only that, a strong corporate culture can also help the company to create a sense of community. It can also help them to create a sense of belongingness among the employees. Now, in the end, this leads to better teamwork and collaboration. But online that when these things happens, it won't be a surprise for the company to be the leader in the industry. Okay. Now, how strong corporate culture can help build a brand? Well, in many ways, but I just explained 3 different ways. We have first one, the sense of identity. With a strong corporate culture, the company can now establish a strong sense of identity within its domain. So now with that kind of culture can help the company to, in fact, it will reflect the company's answer to the following questions, like what does the company stand for? What do we stand for? What are our values? What makes us unique? All these things are reflected in a good corporate culture, and the company can easily answer these questions based on the way they do things and in the company. So another one is positive reputation. A strong corporate culture can help create a positive reputation for the company. Now, naturally, if employees are happy and engaged, if you ask them about the company, they will tell you yes. At least they will tell you something that is positive about the company. So this can attract new customers and even new partners, and sometimes new employees, because people want to work in a company that's where they are treated the right way. Okay. Now, building a strong brand identity. Culture has a role to play there too. Now, when a company's culture is authentic and resonates with the target audience, then it can build trust and loyalty among the customers and the general public. So, a positive brand image, which is a product of good corporate culture. That kind of thing can, drive a customer preference, increase sales and market share, and even command a premium pricing, as we can see in the company Apple. The culture on the organization, they have a strong positive culture, and so you can see that their products are hotcakes. Sometimes people wait for them when they are about to launch. I think they launched a product either last week or last 2 weeks. I saw lines of people waiting for them to release the products, because people associate Apple's product with quality, and and of course their product are really I would say they really look flashy, and of course expensive, and it is not easy to compare to Android operating system. Apple's operating system is not easy to hack into Apple's products. So people know that already. And those kind of things are things that can be built by motivated employees. Any questions so far? Any question? Any question?
No.
So, like I said, well, we're closing early today because I'm not, I haven't gotten myself yet. So, I will see you guys next week if I'm still alive by then. So,
Professor, why you say if you're still alive?
Huh?
Why you say if you're still alive?
If I'm still alive, yeah, that's what I'm saying. by next week. I'm not feeling well. That's why I'm taking this at home.
No problem, Professor.
Feel better.
I will try.
Have a good one, Professor.
Oh, you too. See you guys. So don't forget to complete the presentation, so that when we come on to the campus on Thursday, we can now do the presentation.
Okay.
And I will see you there. Stay safe.
You too, Professor.
Okay, have a good night.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
You too.